So, Coach, what are your thoughts about this one? 1-0. I don't know if people would have envisioned that on a Sunday, maybe more of a Friday night result, but outstanding pitching performances from your guys.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it's set up. Yes, we made some choices not to use a couple guys yesterday just for where we are in the season and give them an extra day. And we talked about it in the meeting. Our job today was to somehow find a way to just play better baseball, like control the running game, defend at a higher level, play UCF baseball. And it was kind of set up. We talked about how long Dom could go, to Kramer to Santala, because they were both rested, and figure out a way to get this thing done.
What did you like most about Dom's outing?
Well, I mean, he would look like he was on it, and then he had some of those blips where the two out, the extended innings that I think he could have stopped. But you get bases loaded with 2 outs in the first and you pitch your way through it. If you're going to start at this level, you got to be your own reliever. And he was his own reliever in that inning and then progress. There's some stuff he could clean up, obviously, some of those walks that I think he had 3-4 pitch walks. That's unlike him, but he just stayed on it, competed. And the guys love playing behind him. He works so fast. He's usually in the zone. The infielders, you can see him kind of play behind him.
How about how he defended his position?
100%. And he does that. We worked on that in the fall with him where he was average at it, and he's kind of taken it to heart that he was going to get better at it. So it was nice to see him make that play.
Chase told us that he approached you and Coach Thomas and said, like, if you need me for however long within reason, to send him out there. You ended up sending him out there for 2.2 innings. What was it like to see him in a clutch situation for a more extended period of time?
Yeah, and we talked about that. He wanted 9 outs. I was thinking, man, 7 might be stretching it, and that's why we kind of left Kramer out there for the 9-hole guy to put us in that situation, and we just kind of rolled the dice and called down on the mic, and he was on it right away. He's like, Coach, this is what we talked about. I was like, 100%, and he goes, I got it. So put him in the game, and that was pretty special stuff.
Well, you weren't going to win every game and dropped a win last night, but how did you like the guys how they responded this morning and getting ready for a crucial game to win the series?
Yeah, I could tell when they showed up for breakfast that they were ready to go. The pre-work was great, like the BP, the intensity in the dugout, they were locked in. It's nice to see.
How does an intense weekend like this set you up for, you're going to be in conference play, got the midweek matchup, the games are ratcheting up now?
100%. Like that's why that's a good series, right? Like there's some stuff from the outside that comes in that adds to that environment of that game, and all this stuff going forward. Like that's exactly what it's going to be like, and that's the series that we needed to play to get ready.
Seeing the near perfect start of the season, can you tell us a bit more about what goes into achieving and maintaining the team spot at the top of the nation's batting averages?
Yeah, I think, we got to get more than 2 hits, that would start. But like we talked about, the less than 2 strike hitting, the 2 strike hitting, trying to keep the separate. Like there were some at-bats in there where we gave some stuff away with less than 2 strikes that I think we would want back. And the 2 strike at-bats actually got better on the day. So just continue with that, stick with the approach. Like this baseball season is going to go up and down. Like you just got to stay with the process.
Considering how hits were at a premium today, how big was it for Andrew Estrella to get that bat as he has to drive in Sunny?
Yeah, and that was, I mean, they do kind of a different shift with a right-hand hitter that I haven't seen before, with the left fielders all the way almost in closer to center, left center, and for Andrew Sundin to score on a chopper down the line to left from first base, that was pretty special. I've never seen a move like that.
What's the measure of your team at 8-1 now through 9 games?
Well, we got a chance. Like I told you guys, is it a perfect team? No, but we can defend, we can pitch at the back end of the bullpen, we can be creative offensively. If we can figure out a way to keep rolling and playing the type of baseball we need to play, we can play with anybody in the country.
What improvements have you seen from them over these 9?
I think the understanding of the offense, like some of the stuff we're trying to get in is showing up. The team defensive stuff, like I wasn't very happy with some of the team defense stuff as far as holding runners and some of the bunt stuff that we kind of left out there that wasn't ran to our standard. And they ran it perfectly today. That throw by Sundin on the strike him out, throw him out to third, that was an elite throw.
Yeah, talk about that a little bit more. That was a big moment.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why we were leaving Kramer out there with the 9-hole guy up, the guy on first. We felt like they were going to run at some point, and Kramer's really good at holding runners, especially with the times to the plate. And then we get first and second, so you know it's coming. It's a matter of when. And we got to a 2-strike situation where we could throw a kind of an expanded fastball that gave Sonny a chance, and we thought we'd get the strikeout in it. It worked out in our favor.
The schedule definitely takes a step up this week, all on the road. You get an opportunity at Top 5 Florida on Wednesday, then you got to go to Norman for your inaugural Big 12 series at Oklahoma. Just talk about that challenge.
Well, I think that you said it's an opportunity, right? Like if you want to play in June, like you have to take the show on the road. Like you have to take whatever we're doing here, take it on the road and play competitive baseball. And this is just the first test of that, which we had watched.
What's your pitching plan on Wednesday midweek?
We're still kind of working. I think Box Rucker will start the game. How long, we don't know yet.
You talked about how you treat matchups like a regional, facing the top 5 opponent certainly helps with that.
Yeah, no doubt. Like that's to go on the road at that place against those guys. Like it's fun, right? We talked about it. The fun starts now.
if it is Box Rucker on Wednesday, what have you liked about him and his other midweek starts?
Well, the stuff. He's got some of the best stuff on the team as far as the 3-pitch mix and the life on the fastball. What he did at FAU was pretty special with the command of the fastball, the use of the slider, all of it. And he's thrown out of the bullpen before too, so like he's kind of that Swiss Army knife. So we'll see kind of what we do with him.
To bounce back after a loss, beat a rival, good weekend of crowds. How good does that feel?
It's awesome. The guys, I mean, the guys can feel it in the dugout. This was a special place all weekend, and we're just grateful that everybody showed up for this.
Dom told us about how you showed them the story of Captain Sully and how the kind of turning into a land the plane motto. What was kind of the motivation for introducing that motto?
Well, we'd use a bunch of stuff. So we got a bunch of some stuff's not for TV. So, but that was one of them. We're just trying to play UCF baseball one pitch at a time and keep stacking them up. So you're not supposed to give away all that stuff.
You've mentioned the term UCF baseball a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you?
Oh, pitch, play fundamental defense, play until the last out, and find ways to score runs.
And they've done that for the most part this year. I mean,
Correct,
You
yeah.
can't be more. I'm sure you're very happy.
100%. Yeah, we all get pitches back and plays back, but from the top to the bottom, I think we've done that so far.
How excited are you? Like, obviously you do have the midweek first, but how excited are you to begin conference play in the Big 12 in Norman?
Yeah, it's always exciting. Like it's almost like you restart the year a little bit. And we talked about it on opening day. Like opening day is fun when you walk into this place and the feeling of it, and you smell the hot dogs and the popcorn and all that stuff. But why can't every day be opening day? Like I think you can approach it that way. This kind of helps that.
What does it mean for you to be the head coach of the team that leads UCF to the Big 12? Top 2 or 3 conference nationally.
Yeah, that's hard to put into words. This is an elite league where when you compete in this league, you can compete for a national championship, and we're excited for that.
Good stuff. Appreciate it. Thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.